Hello, Douglas High School. This is AV News. I am Gabe Enriquez, and I am here with
Isaac Baird.
All right. Friday, October 30th, next Friday, seniors can book tux and drinks pictures with Bentley Gray.
Better do that.
November 3rd, fall remakes of traditional students and virtual student pictures.
I need to do that. I never took a picture.
All right.
So,
basketball.
it's going to happen. In November, it's going to happen. I don't know what we're going to do about it. It's happening. November 11th, Veterans Day, no school. Just be kind to the veterans that have fought for your freedoms. Just love on your vets. Not too much
time with
stuff.
them.
November 16th, progress reports get sent home. Just hope you have good grades. Seniors need to fill out college applications. All of us need to. Yeah, have you been filling out college applications?
Yeah, I've been filling some out. Applied to Auburn, State State, Wallace State.
Yeah, you gonna go to Harvard?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe with the whole diversity thing they're doing right now,
Yeah,
might have a chance.
maybe. And don't die from COVID. It's
COVID's
a bad thing.
it's a really bad thing.
Yeah, it is.
Horrible thing. It's also a hoax.
It's a hoax.
It's a hoax.
Why do you think that?
It's a hoax, man. Hello, Douglas High School. This is AV Sports, and today we will be talking about our Douglas High School sports. Last Wednesday, October 14th, our volleyball team ended their season with a tough loss to Boaz, 25-17. This last Tuesday, we had a cross-country meet at Oakville, and apparently some of our students qualified for top 10 or something like that. I don't know. I don't really keep up with cross-country. All right, now I'll take it over to my co-host, William Ray.
Hello, Douglas High School. This Friday's game has been canceled due to a coronavirus outbreak in the football team. Next Friday is going to be our last game for football. It's going to be October 30th. Mr. Gabe right here is going to talk about the soccer team that's being assembled right now.
Well, we have soccer coming out and soccer tryouts coming out. We're hoping we can get to state like we did last year.
Soccer season is coming up very soon, and tryouts are going on right now. If you want to join the soccer team, talk to the soccer coaches.
Which are?
Who's the soccer coaches?
I don't know. I mean, that's really all there is to say about the soccer team. It's fairly new, but kind of just messed that one up.
Well, the thing
Good morning. It is Jose Nieto and co-star Seth Dwayne Dizzle Oettinger. Seth, how do you think the COVID-19 virus can be sold between Harvard and the Chinese government to thin out their population?
Well, first I need you to clarify who sold it.
Harvard to Chinese government, or Chinese government to Harvard.
Where's your
want to think.
Where's your evidence of that?
Where's my evidence? I don't know. They just gave me the paper.
Okay, so here's the deal. Right?
Theoretically, let's say theoretically, the Chinese government was selling the COVID-19 virus to the Harvard so that they can thin out their population.
Bless you. It's never been needed until now. Thank you.
Practically speaking, of course, those who have access to a lab and who can obtain CRISPRs and Cas9 proteins can obviously kind of start some kind of underground illicit, virus creating or a genetic, manipulation kind of market, and that is what has been going on apparently, according to many conspiracy theorists such as Jose Nieto, betwixt the two foundations, Harvard and the little bitty place in China that Harvard owns. And with this, many people were kind of assuming, like Jose Nieto was assuming that
I'm just reading what's on the paper.
Why are you interrupting me?
I'm just go ahead.
Anyhow, so when it comes down to it, like I said many times, Harvard and the Chinese government could be conspiring with each other in order to thin out a certain population by a man-made virus. And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember that Chinese woman who was she was a geneticist, I think, at Wuhan, and she had come out and said
That the Chinese did leak it or something like that.
it was.
But the point is, she fled China for fear of her life, right?
She had what she had said was that she no longer she wanted the truth to be out there, so she valued the truth of what really happened over her life, and she went out and she came out and said that basically when studying and researching the COVID-19 virus on a molecular level, they found that it had a lot of man-made biological what they would call
Components.
kind of like markings to signify that it was man-made in some way, that it was
And it's
manipulated,
not natural.
that it was absolutely not natural.
So do you think at Harvard in China they could have possibly constructed this virus?
Well, I think it's more likely that that if they did, I'm saying it probably would be more. I don't know. I don't know how big the facility is over there in China, but I know over in Harvard in Massachusetts they have a huge science lab that they could possibly use, and it's very interesting when you think about it.
I really don't have any thoughts on this. I just think that, well, you may remember me telling you this. I actually did have COVID-19 over the summer. Right, you remember this?
No. Go on.
It wasn't that bad for me. 2 weeks of coughing was pretty much it. I don't know. I feel like people are can overreact it, but at the same time, it does target as you get older, your immune system gets weaker naturally, right? So I feel like I'm cleared.
I don't care what your sexual orientation is.
I didn't say anything about sexual orientation.
I basically based.
Garfield's gay.
What comic book was this revealed in?
Garfield was never in a comic book.
Okay, then how do you know the lore?
They're in newspapers.
Newspapers.
Yeah.
You talking about the comics?
Yeah, but they're not comic books.
Okay, but the comics, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What issue?
17.
What did it say? What did it say to explicitly list Garfield as homosexual? If you're wrong about this, that's slander.
But I'm right.
Can we get a fact check on this? Can somebody get us a fact check right quick?
Excuse me.
Garfield has a girlfriend, doesn't he? Garfield has a girlfriend. What's her name? Arlene. Garfield is not gay. I don't know why you would say that. Garfield is as straight as they come. What do you got to say for yourself, Jose?
I was told the wrong information. Anyways, I think. Well, let's take a break here. How do you know of the COVID-19 virus? What do you believe is the way it got out? How do you you know what I'm saying?
What are my beliefs?
Yeah. How do you think it got out to the public? How it reached, this grand scale? You know what I'm saying? How do you think? Where do you think it started? That's what I'm asking. Where do you think it started?
China.
All right. How did it get out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, seeing as China is one of the greatest export and import countries that we have, I mean, the amount of stuff that they're pushing out.
Before that, because apparently the virus was contained.
Right.
So how do you think it got out from its contained spot?
Containment was breached.
How do you can you go more how do you think that happened?
How do I think? What are you talking about? Do I
I
have
just
to
mean
give you a specific name?
No, because you're saying
Do I have
George
to tell
Church.
you
You're
who
saying
did
you're
it?
saying George Church, right?
Right.
Saying George Church is.
Oh my gosh.
You
better get.
What are you gonna do?
You better get
You're not gonna do
You
it.
better get Farfield up right now, and you better put him on that desk. So, what was your point about George Church?
You said that many believe that, or you say many believe? I don't know. Point is, you said something about him being the one to leak it out, to spread it out, right?
Right.
Why? Why do you think that?
Money. For the sake of the argument, I designed the most intelligent artificial intelligence that has ever existed. Right? It can walk. It can talk. It can manipulate. It could simulate feelings and do just about whatever a human being needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Like,
Is it
why
for
did
the
you
money
invent
I'm
it?
gonna make off of
You
it?
make it like,
Is it only because of the money I'm gonna
if
make off of
anything,
it?
if anyone
Or
gonna
is
do
it the
that,
fact of the matter that I have just taken my own mind and put it into another thing, and I'm playing God with this.
did he do it for the money?
He did it for the money and for the fact that he can call it his own.
There's nothing linking the virus back to him.
Other than the fact that he's the head of Harvard Medical School, which means that he oversees exactly which lab.
He is the
The medical lab.
He's a professor. He's not the head. He just teaches the thing. You're like this whole thing about bringing him up and saying that he's the head. He's the one that put it out there.
I don't believe this.
But that's what you're saying.
I'm saying that that's what people believe. I'm saying that many people are trying to link George Church. They're trying to link him to it because he's got a big role whenever it comes to the lab at Harvard University, to the medical school. He is a geneticist.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Yeah.
And he's a molecular engineer.
Yeah.
You're telling me that the molecular engineer of Harvard, who many people have presumed Harvard to be selling the COVID-19 virus to China, has absolutely no ties to it, and I have to explain to you what the ties are to it.
I'm saying. What am I saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anyways, where are we going with this?
Kind of government regulations on it, but we don't, because genetic modification has never been needed. You could cut it out if you want.